time tonight. There we go. Well, good lentils evening and people men. That was my John Lennon version of trying to be funny when I say a greeting, but it's Sunday Night Live here on Material Issues. It's episode number 249, if you can believe that. I'm Mark Hershberger of Pop Detective Records. I'm over here in a beautiful southern New Jersey. Just got in with a long walk with the doggies, Ches and Audie. And now we're going to have fun with listening to some great new music and goofing off with maybe a Beat the Bash tonight. But we can't do that unless my esteemed co-host, who's probably steamed his outfit to make it nice and wrinkle-free, Mr. David Bash, the International Pop Overthrow Music Festival. He's over in southern sunny California. Hey, evening, my friend. How you doing tonight?
Oh, well, it's the afternoon, but thank you.
Good after evening.
Actually, still, right on the cusp, I suppose. Good evening to you, Mark. We've been blessed with amazing weather, and finally, we got around to getting our pool man to come by. Our pool was looking, it was green. It had all kinds of junk on the bottom. We had to pay them a hefty sum to drain the pool, go in, clean it, chemical wash it, and refill it, fix the filter, and put chemicals in. But yeah, it's all good now. And Rena and I did some swimming Friday and today.
How often are you in the pool on a typical summer that it's hot out there?
I mean, as much as we can. Generally, it's right it's in our backyard, and it's a nice pool, and it's got all kinds of trees around it. Actually, we have one tree that has extended over the pool. We have to get our gardener to trim it because I can't even jump in from that end. Our pool's a little odd. It's the deepest part of it is in the middle, and then it slopes on both ends, shallower and shallower. And that's how it was built when we bought the house that way. But yeah, we've had a good time in the pool. It's going to get cooler during the week, only about 70. But next weekend, it should be warm again, warm enough. If it's not 80, I generally don't go in.
I haven't been in a pool, and I couldn't even tell you the last time I was in a pool.
Really?
I can't remember.
Well, come on out here. You're invited.
Oh, well, I'll come out and hang in the pool. That's just something, as I get older, you don't have access to easily if it's not in the backyard. Plus, I don't think about it. And but now that I think about it, I haven't been in a pool in a long time. Oh, we got a lot of
come on out. We can skinny dip or not, your choice.
As long as you have a towel like you had that around your neck covering your man boobs.
Hard to swim without showing the man boobs off. But.
Hey, good evening, Tim. Good to see you. How you been? Nice.
Looks like we've got maybe a few bots on with us right now.
Hello, bots. And we got bots galore coming in. We'll block those bots. That's half my fun during the night.
The bots don't get to play Beat the Bash.
Bot the Bash. Yeah. So you get an AI opponent here.
Yeah.
Good.
So that's happening. What else? Passover starts on Tuesday for those of us of Jewish persuasion. Rena she's much stricter than I am, and she's cleaning the house. You basically the house has to be clean. You have to use a different set of dishes. What did you say? I thought it was Tuesday night. Oh, all right. Pardon me. It's Wednesday afternoon, which is April Fool's Day. Interesting day to start Passover.
There you go. I can't tell if you're lying or not. So
that's right. God, the numbers just dropped significantly. I guess they listened. They left.
The bots left. Yeah.
What else is going on? Well, and now you and I can talk about this.
Starman is back. Nice.
Oh, Starman going to play? Did he play last time? No, that was last week.
No.
Starman, hopefully you play Stump the Bash with us. We we'll tell you exactly how to do that as we hit the top of the next hour. But yeah, as many people who wants beat the bash this time, not stump the bash. Sorry, as many people as who as want to play, we're happy to have you. So baseball season has started,
Oh boy.
and there's I don't know how many games you've been able to watch, if any, yet, but
Yeah, I watched the opening. I mean, of course, I don't get Pirates games here generally, but I watched the opening day of Phillies, and they won. But so far, they've now lost 2 in a row, and all their big old superstars aren't hitting at all. Bryce Harper has 1 hit in 3 games, and now, of course, everybody in Philly is complaining that all these $40 million old veterans that can't hit. It's time to clean house. 3 games into the season.
well, hell, the first game, Yankees game, which they won 7-0. Aaron Judge struck out 4 times and didn't get a hit, and everyone was joking about that he's for the season he's going to have no home runs and 700 strikeouts.
Yeah.
But then he finally hit a homer on Saturday, on Friday, and then one on Saturday. So at least he's getting that into gear. But the Yankees swept the Giants, so I'm very happy about that. But what I wanted to speak with you about, and I guess you haven't really seen much of this yet, is the ABS rule is in effect. Do you not know anything about this?
No, I don't know much about it. What's going on?
Oh, wow. All right. Well, there you go. Well, this year they started doing this in the minor leagues, and it seemed to work well. There's a new system in place that now has the technology to be able to determine balls and strikes without an umpire.
Okay.
Now, we're not going to go that far. The umpires are still doing their thing, but the way it works, and I don't know I haven't quite gotten this exactly, but the way it works, you can challenge a ball and strike call. Now, there's a limit, but only the pitcher, the batter, and the catcher can challenge. A manager cannot.
Yeah.
And they have to do it right away. They have to do it within a couple of seconds. The way they do it is they tap their hat, their helmet, or their cap. I think you get 2 each position. I think is it each team or each one of the 3 positions. There may only be, I think maybe there's only 2 challenges per team. But if you get them right, you get a third.
Right.
So far, it's worked really well. Most of the challenges have gone the other way.
Yeah.
That's the new one. Now, I'm enjoying this rule, actually. I think it's cool. Actually, it's because of a challenge that Aaron Judge hit his home run. They had a strike 3 call on him. He challenged it, and he got it overturned. They show the replay, and it's amazing how close these things are. When these guys know that zone so well. So when they do challenge, they've been right more often than wrong. But when they're right, it's like you can see the ball is either just on the tip of the strike zone or just away from the tip. So Judge got a 3rd strike call overturned, and then he hit a home run. It's going to, most of the teams are saving their challenges until the later innings when they might, really need them. But there are going to be some games that might have been over that are going to not be over because of an overturned challenge, and vice versa.
But didn't I also see that they're changing the strike zone per individual based on their height?
Well, they've always done that.
Yeah, but
it's always based upon where your body is. Yeah,
right. But then you'd get like the Campaneris and whatever that would go down real small in the crouch, make a strike zone like this. But now they're saying, well, if you're 5'9", this is your strike zone.
That may be
or not.
I have not been aware of that. God, my favorite player, Ricky Henderson, would have really suffered if they did it while he was playing. But yeah, maybe I haven't.
And then when they have that automatic strike zone box, whether you're 6'5" or you're 5'9" and crouching, your strike zone is based on your actual height and what you're
right. Now that may be. I haven't heard any announcers mention that yet. If anyone who's watching has seen any games and know whether or not that's what they're doing this year, let me know. That's yeah. So far, I have not seen it mentioned.
And then I had to also yell at the TV on game one with the Phillies with their starting pitcher Sanchez. He pitched a good 6 innings and had only gave up 3 hits and no runs. And the announcers were like, "Oh my gosh, he's doing so well. It wouldn't surprise me if he gets a no-hitter this year." And I'm like, well, it would surprise everybody because they still don't go past the 6th inning, even with 0 hits. You know, they don't leave them in and get a no-hitter.
Very rare now that that pitchers are allowed to go the distance.
So
even if they're pitching a no-hitter. Even if they're pitching a perfect, I think there's been at least one pitcher pitching a perfect game who hit his pitch count, and the manager said, no more.
Yeah, it's unfathomable to me.
I know.
What was Bob Gibson that one year when he had 30 wins or 35 wins?
Well, he didn't have that many wins. He was 22-9, but he had a 1.12 ERA.
But he had like 28 complete games.
Yeah, he did have like 30 or so complete games, though. Yeah, Catfish Hunter in the 70s.
Yeah.
At least one year had like 35 complete games.
Denny McLain had tons of complete games.
Well, yeah, I mean, back then, if you started a game, you were expected to go the whole way.
You were, yeah.
That was your job. If you didn't do it, all right, they would, they would probably, and they would take you out. And the pitch counts didn't seem to matter.
Yeah.
You could throw 160 pitches, and if you were doing well, they were going to let you complete it. I mean, a lot of guys had complete games and lost.
Yeah.
Because they gave up a run and the other team didn't score any. So
and remember when the Mendoza line was a horrible thing?
Yeah.
Now, if you're near the Mendoza line, it's not really that big of a deal.
No, the game has certainly changed a lot. We've never in our history had this combination of low batting average, so many strikeouts, and so much. Oh, really? You've given up on baseball? It is frustrating.
Yeah. And
here's another thing, and I don't want to go too much into baseball because we've got a lot of people who aren't baseball fans listening right now, but it's the whole thing about, again, nobody seems to care about wins yet. I think the pitchers still do. And you got a guy who's pitched well for 4 2/3, and then the manager takes him out because of the pitch count. They really need to change the rule that you only need to go 4 to get a win.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a different game now. When they had the 5-inning rule, that was when guys were expected to complete a game. And if they didn't complete a game, they would go, they went 7 or 8, but they certainly didn't go as few as 5. Nobody was taken out after 5 innings if they were winning a game. That just didn't happen. So now, because of pitch counts, guys are being taken out routinely after 4 1/3, 4 2. They're not even given another out so that they can get a win. Just change the damn rule to 4 innings. Some people say, well, a pitcher should go 5 to get a win. Yeah, when we were growing up, the game's different. He can go 5. It's not like the pitcher usually agree. It's not, yeah, you're right. I've thrown 80 pitches. I should probably. Yeah, they don't like it, but what choice do they have? The managers, the owners, they're all adhering to pitch counts. So and I agree with Tim. They are frustrating, no matter when the guy's taken out. If he's pitching really well, you don't want to see that. You want to see him continue to pitch.
And
he doesn't do well.
I get in arguments with the younger generation who, of course, will tell me that today's game is much better than the game in the 50s, 60s, 70s. And I go, you can't comment because you weren't alive and watched it in the 60s and the 70s like I was. I've seen them both, and I can comment. And I prefer the way the game was played in the 60s and 70s. And that's because I saw them both. You can only tell me that you like today's game because that's all you've seen.
Yeah, but they may have seen some film, but that's not enough. You have to have been there, and you have to have experienced everything, the whole aura.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. I mean, again, this applies to so many things in life that, almost everyone thinks their generation, everything was better. And The new generation thinks theirs is better. So, whatever.
And switching over it, now we can transition back into music here. Last night at the bar, there was a kind of a local jazz guitar player who had first time they had been there, and they were commenting on different things and whatnot. But we were talking music. I told him, I do this show and love power pop and guitar rock. And he goes, there's just no more good, power pop rock anymore these days. I said, no, you're absolutely wrong. You just don't know where to find it. And he's like, really? And I said, yeah, that's, I said, I can make a list for you right now of about 100 unbelievable guitar-based power pop rock bands in the last 6 months that I've listened to, and it would blow you away. And he goes, really? But they just don't, they don't hear it. So
yeah, well, obviously, given Jim, I don't think so, because they're definitely scaling things down now. I mean, back in the day, it was automatic. 300 wins was automatic. If you won 250, then they would have to look at your peripheral stats. They'd have to see like a guy like Whitey Ford who won 230. Well, his winning percentage was 690. Yeah. So of course he's going in. Guy like Jim Palmer, who won like 260 something. He had a great winning percentage, and ERA like Ford did. So of course he's going to go in. I think now 200 is going to be the benchmark. I think most people, if anyone can reach 200 wins, they got a really good shot. So yeah, I don't think, and as the customs change in baseball, the writers too, they become younger and younger, and now we have a lot of writers who this is the game they're growing up with, and so to them, pitch counts won't matter, and even wins won't matter very much. I mean, they're going to look at peripheral stats like ERA, they're going to look at WAR, they're going to look at fielding independent pitching, and all those newfangled stats that are out there, and wins aren't really going to matter much to the new writers. So yeah, there's going to be a transition, but no, I mean,
and can I end up with one more annoying thing about today's game?
Sure.
I watched the Phillies opening game, and I don't know who the new right fielder is, Adonis Polona, whatever frick his name is. He comes up to the plate, and he's got bling on, bigger than yours, twice the size. It looked like a chain off of a boat, right? He's got it was twice that size. It was enormous, big chain hanging here.
Yeah,
diamonds in his ears, and then he's got like batting gloves. He's got the big plastic things on his elbows. He's got them on his ankles. He's got all this shit on just to go up and bat. And then if he got on base, he takes 12 minutes at first base, taking everything off. He does.
They do.
All shit off. Then they put those fucking winter mittens on so they can run and not hurt their hands. And
right.
I look at this and I go, compared to the 60s and 70s, you guys are pussies.
Right. All right. Well, here's my take on that. They're trying to get more young people to watch baseball. And they've lost for many years. Baseball has lost the young fans to football and basketball. They're just cooler games. So to me, anything that will help bring young people in, if it means guys dressing up in bling, I'm fine with it. I don't, it's not my style. It's not my thing. But if it's going to help bring young fans in, I'm good with it. However, having said that, if they're taking time to take this shit off when they get on base, that I'm not good with. That's just holding up the game for no good reason. If you go ahead and put the stuff under your shirt if you have to, but don't stand there taking it. I mean, because don't stand there taking it off. That's crap. So anyway,
it just drives me crazy. All this stuff that nobody had. I mean, not even batting gloves back in the day. They just rubbed dirt on their hands and got up there and swung the bat. And remember in the 60s, how many batters went up without a batting helmet? They just had their baseball cap on.
In the 60s, I don't remember that in the 60s. Yeah. But I want to see a film of people not batting with a batting.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of when the new ear flap rule came in, or not rule, but when they started making batting gloves with the ear flaps, a lot of the players didn't want to wear the ear flaps because they were uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I don't remember guys in the '60s not wearing batting helmets.
Yeah. Think about what was his name? Frank Howard of the.
Yeah.
Never
He used to come up to the plate without a batting helmet.
With just his hat. They're just.
Well, he was a big guy, so he figured they couldn't reach his head when they pitched. So maybe that was it. But no, I've never noticed that. But I'm not saying you're wrong. I really want to see that.
Yeah,
that's pretty amazing that they wouldn't.
It's crazy.
Anyway, let's move on. I've got a lot of stuff to play, and then we got Beat the Bash and the whole thing. So, all right, let me get to the right screen. All right, so here's a band. They're from right out here in LA, and they've been hyped quite a bit. They're young, they're very glammy. I have to admit, I didn't jump on the bandwagon for their first two albums because I thought they were style over substance. They had the right look, they had the right stage attitude, like a lot of young bands do, but I didn't hear songs. Well, on their new album, I definitely hear songs. And now I'm with them now. It's a band called Uni Boys, which some of the people watching probably have heard of. They may have liked their two albums more than I did, but this one I really like it. Just came out on Friday. It's self-titled. It's got 14 really cool power pop songs. They've kind of lessened the glam a little bit, and now they're just trying to write sweeter, hook-filled, short masterpieces. And here's one of them from the new album. It's called Maybe I'm Wrong by Uni Boys here on Material Issues. Yeah, that's what you call a really concise, hook-filled pop song. They're not trying to overdo it. Again, they're not trying to be cool. They're just doing their thing now. And they're good friends with Lemon Twigs. I think there's a few Lemon Twigs on this album, actually. On Curation Records, owned by a gentleman named Brent Rademacher. He was the main force behind Beechwood Sparks, if you remember them from the early days. So yeah, he's released a lot of cool stuff on the label, including Pugwash. So this is the brand new one by Uni Boys. It's self-titled, just came out on Friday. Check that out. We're going to go to merry old Sweden next. Our good friend, or my good friend anyway, he hasn't been on the show yet. Trevor Blendur owns a label called Beluga Records.
Great.
He's a Brit who's lived in Stockholm for quite a while now. And his label has put out some very cool stuff. And here's a band. They're not from Stockholm. They're from the south of Sweden. They're called True Lies. And this is a really cool, kind of garagey, soulful pop album. And just came out on Beluga. It's on CD and vinyl, as is Uni Boys, actually. And here's a track from it called Goddess on Material Issues. I also hear a few kind of Mick Taylor, Stones kind of notes happening in there. Yeah, very cool song. It's a band I was hoping to get at IPO Stockholm, and they really do want to play, but it's just not working out timing-wise. So hopefully next year. Anyway, available on both CD and vinyl. Beluga doesn't do a whole lot of CDs, but the band really wanted them to, so they did. I believe Beluga has a Bandcamp page. You can get it there. Yeah. I'll certainly buy the vinyl once I get to Stockholm. But yeah, so I don't want to take too much time on this, but here's a problem that bands are having now that they didn't have before COVID, and that's the exorbitant shipping costs. So if you see a band and they have a CD or vinyl, especially vinyl, and they're from a different country than you, and you want to order, they're probably not going to get distribution in your country, especially when we're talking about the US versus Europe. And you're going to have to, you have to pay exorbitant amounts of money to have the items shipped to you. And, that's hurting both the fans and the bands. I mean, it's frustrating to the bands who have their fans tell them, well, I just can't afford to order this. There are digital options in there, but if you want to have the physical product, and of course, I'm always pontificating about making sure that physical product continues to exist. But when you have situations like this, it's difficult. And, before COVID, the shipping was reasonable. Now it's like, you're talking about $20-$25 even for a CD from certain countries. And and vinyl is, can be even more than that. So it's a really tough situation.
Even here in the US, you can get away with shipping a CD media mail fairly cheaply, but even a one vinyl record in the full packaging, even sending that out media mail could cost you $5.28. That's still hefty if you're paying 22, 24, 28 bucks for the record, Yeah,
I mean, even US to US. Yeah. And if we want to ship something, if a band wants to ship something outside the US, they can't. There's no media mail option for that. Then they really got to pay. I mean, I know when I ship IPO CDs out now to the artists who are on it, and I have to ship 4 or 5 copies of it. Yeah, that can get pretty insane. if you want it to arrive within 2 weeks, I mean, there might be a cheaper option, but then they have to wait like 3 months to get it. And
I don't know how that's ever going to be resolved in the future.
Probably not.
Unless there's some sort of, like we get to have these 3D printers, unless there's some sort of magic thing that you can order a vinyl and they reproduce it somewhere in Central America, centralized the US, and send it from there. And it's exactly what you would get from the band in Sweden, because they can.
I actually believe that is going to happen someday. I don't think within our lifetime, but I think it will happen where things can be reproduced that way and transported. But and that'll save so much money. Of course, the 3D printers are so expensive, but they'll come down too. Like everything else we've ever bought, every new technology costs thousands initially, and then, if you wait it out, you're only paying $300 for it. So,
speaking of 3D, I'm waiting on something to come in the mail. It's probably completely bogus, but I saw some advertisement where you can upload a photo and they'll make an 8-inch 3D full person, looks just like the photo of that. So I uploaded a photo of my mom and had it made, and if it comes and it actually looks like a little G.I. Joe doll of my mom, that's freaking awesome.
That's always the hard part. Usually they don't end up looking nearly enough like whoever it's modeled after, but
it's probably going to look more like my dog. But
hopefully this time it does. I'm really looking forward to hearing your report on it.
I can't wait till it comes, because if it really looks great, I'm going to be really impressed. This is cool.
Yeah,
to have set a photo, a 3D image, a 3D thing, stand up thing. And
if it looks good, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Probably do one for Rena and me.
Plenty of things. Yeah.
All right, let's get back to some music. We're going to stay in Sweden for a while.
Nice.
We'll be in Stockholm. This is a band, the band, The Genuine Fakes, I think.
Yep.
Really great power pop band. Johan Bergqvist is the main man in that band. He's got another project called The While, and they have a brand new CD out. I'm not so sure about the cover. The music within is just fine, and here's a track from it called Cherries on Material Issues.
Cherries on the gravel and the sense of something's going to burst. I put another bottle on the table, quenching the thirst. I'm picking up the leaves, the cable sticking under my shoes. I know
It just goes on and on. The great power pop from Scandinavia. This is a band called The While. Really nice track. Johan Bergqvist doesn't sing lead in this band. Fredrik Norberg does, but Johan writes and produced the album. Again, another thing to find on Bandcamp. There will be some shipping, but it's all worth it. It's the New Deal. Unlike Roosevelt, this New Deal's not good, but it's the way it is. All right, now we're going to move to Detroit for a couple of acts. One of them is someone who's been around a while, and you can always depend on him to record and release fine power pop. And that's our good friend Nick Piunti. And he's got a new album on Gem Records called Solo-ish. That's because he does have a little help on here. He's got Andy Reid, another really fine artist from Detroit, and Donnie Brown, yet another really fine artist from Detroit. Some really cool power pop going on. And here's a track from it called Break Even on Material Issues.
Rumor has it we're good, but I know that I should throw away the pictures when you and I were fictures in black and white. Look, every moment in spite of the alarm clock ticking, time was only ripping us off. I kept it going, the fear of unknowing stopped me from leaving. Well, I just wanna break even. I just wanna break even. Rumor has it we're through. Well, I don't know if that's true, but crawling in the fast lane is always a losing game. Looking for the wild, caught like a child. True love was slipping, love was only ripping us off. I kept it going, the fear of unknowing stopped me from leaving. Well, I just wanna break even. I just wanna break even. We tried shaking off the cold. We tried breaking every mold. Smash the words we etched in stone. I kept it going, 'cause the fear of unknowing stopped me from leaving. I just wanna break even. I kept it going, 'cause the fear of unknowing stopped me from leaving. I just wanna break even. I just wanna break even. I just wanna break even.
Well, I think he does more than break even on that track and on the whole album. Brand new on Gem Records, the great label, Solo-ish by Nick Piunti. I mean, it's always a treat when he releases a record. They never fail to make my best of lists, and this one will be no exception. So you can find it on the Gem website, probably on Bandcamp. Find it. That's all I got to say. Not too difficult.
Like the puppeteer graphics of the.
Yeah. I also his voice reminds me. I don't know if you know this band, but if you lived in LA, you would. 20 Cent Crush, Phil Rosenthal, the lead singer. It's very similar in style.
I remember them from that first twofer with the Rooks.
Oh, that's right. They were on that. Bruce Brodeen showing great taste before other people did.
Yeah.
Another act from Detroit, and this one has been getting a lot of hype, and deservedly so. Another young power pop band. The more of those, the merrier. Just keep rising up. They're called Mod Lang, named after the Big Star song, I assume. Album called Borrowed Time, and they got a guy in it named Ace. I think this is a man. It's hard to tell sometimes, but Ace, Beej, Alfie, and Tone are the band members, and they've got a really kick-ass album here. And I want to play the lead-off track from it. I believe I have the lead-off track. Maybe I don't. Oh, yes, I do. It's called What I Can't Have. Dig it here on Material Issues.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I just want what I can't have. How can I know? If I leave you, don't be sad when I have to go. All the things I give in time, I give to you. I just can't make up my mind. What can I do? What I can't have, oh, is breaking my heart. What I can't have, oh, is tearing me apart. What I feel inside. All the indecision that I just can't ignore. Misery has kept me waiting right by your door. Stuck inside my bedroom walls, you hear me cry. I just can't make up my mind. I sure don't know why. Something's wrong and it's keeping me up inside. Something's wrong and it's nothing that I can't hide. You don't need no one. You don't need no one. You don't need no one by your side. That's right, love. By your side, by your side. What I can't have, oh, is breaking my heart. What I can't have, oh, is tearing me apart. What I feel inside. No, I can't
Well, that about says it all. Great young power pop. The whole album is like that. They're going to be opening for Lemon Twigs on some of the Lemon Twigs tour dates. I hope to be able to get to see them. I mean, again, they've been hyped a lot, but they're living up to it. And the more young acts decide to do power pop, the better off the genre is and the better off we are. So always glad to see bands like Lemon Twigs, Uni Boys, Mod Lang, the Candy Rocks, and a bunch of others that are starting to come up. And yeah, just keep on keeping on, guys. We're going to go to Berlin now for a duo that played IPO Liverpool a couple of years ago. This isn't exactly power pop, but it's certainly melodic. It's a duo called Grateful Cat. And they have an album here, brand new album called Ready to Go Anywhere. And it's Gwendolyn and Frankie. Frankie's a boy. Gwendolyn is not. And they really harmonize well on all of their tracks. And they have some cheeky lyrics to go along with it. Here's a really fun track called Hey Food Delivery Guy by Grateful Cat here on Material Issues. Of course, the blueprint for that track was obviously "Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man," but then they take it to a different level with the cheeky lyrics. Yeah, you don't want to be run over by the food delivery guy, and you don't want to die. You know who their harmonies remind me of a lot. See if you agree. Christina and Rex from the Armoires.
Yeah, sound a lot like it.
Yeah.
I was getting a lot of. With that whole that Carrie Ann from the Hollies.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
I really like that track a lot. I like cheeky lyrics. Again, as we've discussed, I'm a lyric guy, and hear them talk about a food delivery guy blazing by them on a bicycle, don't run me over, or on the moped or whatever. That's funny. That's
several of the songs on there have similar lyrics. Those I'm not a lyrics guy, as you know, but the cheeky ones tend to get through to me. That's why I love lyrics by Sparks, 10cc, and any of the other bands who do that kind of thing. And
no egg in my foo young or something.
Right. Oh, those get through to me. The deep ones don't. I guess I'm not a very deep guy, but what can I tell you? Anyway, so it's Grateful Cat from Berlin. Check them out. I'm sure they've got a band camp somewhere, and like that.
That's Berlin, Germany, huh? Berlin, Germany, huh?
Yeah, Berlin, Germany.
Wow.
Yep. Good stuff. This was a duo of Paul Costanza and Tom Parisi. Unfortunately, Tom passed away recently. Their first album, or at least I don't know if it's their first or just the one before the new one, that made number 10 for me a couple of years ago on my best of list. This one, it doesn't have Tom, but it does have Paul. Paul decided to carry on and continue to do some really cool, very pretty pop on this album. They're called SLD. I don't remember what that stands for. Maybe somebody who's listening does. And the new album is called Look Back.
Can I just interject right there 1 second?
Yeah, sure.
An SLD, I don't know what it stands for. Maybe someone who's listening does.
Oh my God, I didn't catch that. That was not, I wish I could take credit for that, but no, it was pure coincidence. Nice. Maybe that's what it stands for. Someone who's listening does. Just get the who's out of there. But it's a really pretty album with certainly some power pop leanings in here. And no, I'm not answering that. At least not now.
Yeah.
Here's a track from it called I Believe, here on Material Issues. That was I Believe by SLD, written, produced, performed, everything by Paul Costanza. Tell me something, Mark. Did did anybody come to mind when you heard that track? Because somebody comes to mind immediately for me.
I think, well, a little bit of the Merrymakers came to mind for me.
Okay.
Who else? I don't know. What do you think?
I hear so much Paul McCartney in that track.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I wasn't going that mainstream, but
Yeah. I hear so much Paul in that track. Other tracks, Paul Costanza uses a higher register, and some of those tracks are very left bankish. There's even some Chris Von Snydern in there, and
yeah, I would say CVS. Yeah,
that's apropos, as you'll find out later in the episode. But all right, well,
have you heard?
I should point out that this is another great Cool Cat release. Ray G and Ketty, our man, constantly releasing top-notch pop and power pop. And Paul is truly a talent. Yeah, for sure. All right, yeah, I get that too with the piano for sure.
Have you heard the new McCartney track?
I have. I really like it. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not going to pretend that he still sings like he did in the past, like some people want to. He doesn't. But
it works for.
It's still a really good track. Yeah, and he's not straining his voice as much.
Yeah.
He's kind of keeping it restrained in both senses of the word. So I'm really digging this. Absolutely. All right, we have time for one more track, and this is a reissue, and it's by a gentleman from the UK called Ed Welch, and he released an album in 1971, and I happen to have an original copy, thankfully. Here's the vinyl. But our good buddy Roger Uday of Think Like a Key contacted Ed's people and got permission to reissue this on CD, and I'm so glad he did. An album called Clowns, and it's just wonderful pop. Even though I didn't hear these tracks until a few years ago, it really takes me back to 1971, and it might you too. So let's play the title track from the album, Clowns by Ed Welch, here on Material Issues.
Guess I wouldn't make much news. It would be me, and everybody knows me. Just a fool again. Paint me red and blue. Acting like a fool for you. Like a clown. Hoping to please you. Clowns aren't allowed to cry. They have to keep them happy, make us happy, keep them happy, baby. Clowns aren't allowed to cry. They have to take the clothes and funny clothes and learn to do it daily. Why'd you want a clown? Must your clown be me? Come on out and dance with me. We can be free, 'cause everybody knows me. Clowns aren't allowed to cry. They have to keep them happy, make us happy, keep them happy, baby.
absolutely lovely track. Has 1971 written all over it. The beginning reminds me a lot of Our House by CSNY. Then it goes into a couple other directions. And that chorus, man, there are a couple of chord changes in there that remind me of Elton John, some of the stuff he might have done. It's one. The whole album's wonderful, and this has a couple of bonus tracks as well. Think Like a Key. You know, Roger and I talk about different albums to release, and of course, the usual roadblock is, well, if I have to go to the label, they're just not going to be interested in licensing the tracks to me. But if I can go to the people themselves, that's another story. And in this case, Roger was able to go to Ed and was able to get permission to release the album. And thank God he did. Thank God for Roger and Think Like a Key. Go to their website. You can pick this up. If you're a fan of that song, you will be glad you got the whole album. That's all I can tell you.
Nice. Now it's really
All right. So we've got only 5 minutes late, but if you're ready, we can do Beat the Bats. So if you're listening and you want to play along, Mark, tell them how what they need to do.
We try to remember what they need to do. Okay. If you want to play along, what you will do is text me your answers to the questions. And of course, when the question pops up on screen, you can text me your one answer for that. You can't keep texting me answers until each successive question. But if you want to do that, send me an email right now at popdetective, all one word, popdetective@gmail.com. popdetective@gmail.com. Send me an email. I'll reply with my phone number that you can text to. So what'll happen is we pop the question up on the screen. David will have his guest will text to me. Anybody else guessing will text. If you get it right on that first one, you get 5 points all the way down to the fifth clue, which is 1 point. Then we also have these bonus questions in between worth 2 points to add to your total. And what we're trying to do is see if anybody can actually beat the bash. Last week we got a little close and a little hairy.
It did
for David, but in the end, he was not beaten. So we're going to sit here and talk amongst ourselves while I look something up really quick here and make sure.
Yeah. So if you want to play, and if the rules or the procedure didn't come clear, it will once you start playing. It's going to become very self-evident. So hopefully if you're listening, you want to play. I know my brother Joel said he was going to join in, and hopefully he did. I know Tim will want to play, as he usually does, but Tim doesn't text his answers in, does he?
No. He sends a message whether he got it on whatever number, and he'll.
Yeah. So Tim plays. We got to use the honor system with Tim, which is fine. He's very trustworthy. But if you have the ability, if you have a cell phone,
or he's got his conned really well, so
all right. If you have a cell phone, just get Mark's number by emailing him.
popdetective@gmail.com. popdetective@gmail.com. Joel Bash has checked in and said he would like to play. So I'm going to
Joel has your number already. I'm
he
sure.
might. I'm just going to reply Joel with the correct phone number to text me on, just so you have it. And I'm sending it off to you right now, Joel. So you've got that number. That's where you can text if you want to send a. Wait a second. Here's Brinley Ehrlich Jaffe. Would be glad to text the extras in. Brinley, here comes the phone number. That's the.
Is that Starman or is that somebody else?
No, it's Starman Brinley. Yeah. So I'm
okay.
going to send this off to you, Brinley. I hope we pronounce that right, Brinley. That's an interesting name.
Not Brinsley as in Schwartz. No, Brinley, not Brinsley.
There we go, Brinley. I'm going to send that off to you. You can send me a text test if you want, and make sure you get in. I'm getting multiple replies here, so excuse me while I task for a minute or two.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. But all right, so we got that. So right now we got you and Joel and Brindley,
Tim.
and Tim. Well, Tim's Tim's
Tim
involved.
just won't text. He'll just tell us.
But let me get out of here a second. Boom, 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 boom. And we'll give it another minute or two while we're waiting on anybody else at popdetective@gmail.com. We got some. What are the comments here? You got it exactly right, which got you. And Tim says, I'm basically, Tim says he's a Luddite.
Yeah, well,
Shoot.
Tim,
Anyway.
I'm not all that far off from you. I know how to use a computer and I own a cell phone. But as far as technology goes, I can, I'll take a back seat to a lot of people.
We'll give it another minute for popdetective@gmail.com. If you want to play along, send me an email. I'll text you. I'll send you the number to text to. While we're waiting, David, this is a nice metal pen. I've been getting these pens. They're not expensive, really, but out of a stationery company in Japan called Shibuya. And
oh, yeah.
Interesting pens. This one is it looks like a cross metal pen, obviously.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
But they're called filaire, like flare, but with an I in the middle of it. And when you turn it, it's got the flare tip.
Wow.
Oh,
that's cool. I got to get one of those.
It's awesome. And they have them in different colors and whatnot, too. The color of the barrel matching the color of the flare ink, which is very cool.
Well, here's the key, though. Are there refills available? Because, that point doesn't last that long. Oh, here we go.
Got the refill. Got a couple of them.
Oh, yeah. Please send me the address on that. The web address on that one.
Hold on a second. Let me just check some texts are flying around. I got a new one on the way. I can't wait to get it. It's a pen that looks like this, but it's based on gravity. So when like the clip that's right here, if it's pointing to you when you're holding it and you go to write, if the word black is pointing at you, then it comes out with black gel ink. If you turn it and the word red is pointing at you and you just turn it upside down, the red ink comes out.
Wow.
You turn it one more time and it's pencil. And you go like that, the pencil comes out.
So there's 3 refills inside there?
Three refills, all based on the way you hold it and go to write. The gravity.
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
I've never heard of such a thing, and I'm loving it.
But I had to get one en route because I was like,
absolutely
work.
God, yeah. I'm
definitely
buying one of those.
All right. So right now it looks like it's you and Joel and Brindley and Tim, and we can get things started if you want.
Let's wait another minute. We'll do a watch check here. I haven't worn this one for a while, but it's my second favorite watch in my collection. It's it's the Longines Moon Phase that I picked up in Liverpool in 2022 before Rena and I went to London on vacation. It's got so many complications in here. It's got the moon phase. It's got the date, which is registered by a hand, kind of engulfing the date. I don't know if you can see the 28 here. It's got the day and the month and 24-hour time. It's absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. And I like I said, I haven't worn it for a while because I haven't actually bought a watch in several months, but there are certain ones that I've been wearing a lot. Obviously, especially the Breitling Aerospace. I can't seem to take that off. Let's see if we can. Oops.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can see the. I don't know if you can see the display come up when I hit this. But anyway, it's pretty gorgeous, and I wear that most of the time. But I wanted to put this one on today. I'm trying to think if there are any other goodies that I've gotten recently. I don't think so. Really haven't done much shopping other than records lately. So anyone else join in?
Nope, nobody else popped in. So what's going to happen is we're using the leftover years from the previous Beat the Bash that we did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the years that we have left over are 1967, 69, and then 1970, 71, 72, and 74. We're not going to do them in order. We're going to do them with the old spin o' the wheel to let you know what year we are going to do.
The old spin o' the wheel.
Spin o' the wheel. So here, what will
Oh,
happen?
no.
Spin the wheel. This is going to be chart position number 15 for that year. So it's not too bad for most people.
No,
We'll
big hit, obviously.
1. And when you see question number 1, we'll give you a little time to think about it. Everybody text me their answer. We'll see if anybody got the name of the band and the artist, or the artist, the band, or the title of the track. If you do with the first clue, you get 5 points all the way down to the final clue. And even if, like, say, David gets it on the first one and gets 5 points, we're still going to go through the clues because everybody can still score points, for that first round. So, keep guessing away with each clue.
Yeah, if you don't get this, it's going to become self-evident once you play.
Right. Let's get it started with the very first spin and see what year we're going to use.
Uh-oh. $1970.
1970.
I can't do well on this one. I'm probably going to bomb the whole thing, but we'll see.
This should be pretty good for everybody, I think. All right, now let me get to my previously put together clue list here. Here we go. Clue number 1, 1970, chart position number 15. Text your answers in. Don't anybody write it in the message thing until the whole clue has been done. Here we go. Clue number 1, 1970. This track, released as a single in 1970, toppled the Beatles' Let It Be from the number 1 spot. It's the title track to this group's second album and sold 2 million copies within the first week of release. Toppled the Beatles' Let It Be.
No, that should be easy, but
now, always these first questions are a little bit tougher because it is worth points.
But God, what would have been number 1 after that? Well, let me go down the list.
So Joel, if you got a guess, Brindley, if you got a guess.
Hold on. So it's not that. It's not that. Not that.
Remember, David, don't say it out loud. You have to text it.
Okay. I think I might know. Let's try this.
Toppled the Beatles, Let It Be. And if you're wrong on the first guess, don't keep guessing because we'll go on to clue number 2 for 4 points. Go from there.
Hold on. I'm going to text you something.
David's going to text in. Joel text in. Brindley text in if you got a guess. If you don't have a guess, just say, I don't know. And I'm going to tell you right now, right out of the bat, David with 5 points. He got it correct. So, Joel, Brindley, you've got your work cut out for you. Text in as soon as you can. Tim has a guess. And we got a guess that came in. Brindley, are you in the 609 area code? And who's 818? Is that Joel?
Yeah, that's Joel.
All right, Joel, you got 5 points.
Oh, Joel got it too.
Joel got 5 points.
Good for him.
Brindley, your guess is incorrect. You're incorrect, Brindley, so you do not got a 5-pointer. Tim says he has a guess, but he will let us know at the end of all the clues whether he got it or not. So right now, we're going to go on to clue number 2 for 4 points.
And obviously, Tim, if you can change your guess, if the next clue gives,
he knows. All right, Brindley.
Yeah.
You're still in play. I'm not sure if Tim is or not, but here's clue number 2 for 4 points. It's all about the points. As per the label's policy, musicians on the song's sessions were uncredited, but believed to include David T. Walker, Louis Shelton, Don Peake, Wilton Felder, Gene Pello, Don Randy, Freddie Perrin, Sandra Crouch, and June Clayton. These were the musicians that played on this track, which most people wouldn't have thought of.
I know one of them really well. A lot of the other, or a couple of them, a lot of the others I hadn't heard of.
Yep. Nope. Brindley, if you got to guess, see, the clue number 2 was not that easy. You got to know these musicians and who they might have played on the sessions. And we'll give it a minute or two. If you don't know, Brindley, just give us a nope, and we'll move on to clue number 3 to try to get 3 points. Brindley says he's got nothing on the clue, so we're going to go to clue number 3 for 3 points. Brindley, you're still in play for 3 points. Here we go. Cashbox said, searing vocals and the familiar drive of this Motown supporting cast assure another giant hit here. Billboard said, the pulsating swinger has all the sales and chart potential of this group's initial entry. Their first single reached number 1 in January of 1970. So who hit number 1 with their first single and followed up with this single that reached number 15 overall year end? See if Brindley has a guess. He's still
Interestingly enough, this song finished number 14 on WABC's Heavy 100 of 1970. So the ABC and Billboard were in agreement on this one.
Yep. For 3 points, see if Brindley can pop in a guess. Right now, David and Joel both checked in with getting it right away and got 5 points. I'm telling you, Brindley, don't be upset. Nobody's beating the bash.
Well, in this case, if Joel wins, the bash still hasn't been beaten.
Yes. Brindley says no clue after clue 3. Brindley, here you go. 2 points. Clue number 4. Released in February of 1970 on Motown, this bubblegum soul single was backed with the track The Young Folks.
I remember when in 6th grade, when this one girl, Debbie Milton, brought in a record player, one of those portable players that they had back then. Yeah. And she played the B-side, and I thought, wow, that's pretty cool too.
Motown Bubblegum Soul, 1970. See if Brindley has a guess, and we'll go down to the final clue for 1 point right now. Brindley's thinking about the 2-pointer. Let us know.
I wonder if Tim changed his guess.
Well, we'll find out what Tim has at the end of it when we announce the track. Brindley, you got anything? It's on the tip of my tongue, but it's not coming. All right, here we go. The final clue, 1970, chart position 15. This track was nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocals in 1971, always the year after.
Duo or group with vocals? So they actually thought there'd be a lot of groups without vocals? There were a few back then, certainly.
Yeah. Brindley, let us know if you're going to throw in the towel, and we will complete. First? Yeah. The first of the Beat the Bash. Let us know if you're going to throw in the towel.
Oops.
Yeah, I love the echo. I can hear myself.
Yeah, I was checking the reel. Sorry about that.
It was nominated. It didn't win, but it was nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Pop Performance by Duo or Group. Bubblegum. He's taking a pass, ladies and gentlemen. The answer, 1970, chart position number 15, ABC by the Jacksons. That was 5
points. The Jackson 5.
Jackson 5, yeah.
They weren't the Jacksons yet. The Jackson 5 had 4 songs that were huge in 1970. If you count I Want You Back as 1970, which I do, and WABC does as well. And of course, there was also The Love You Save and I'll Be There. I would say ABC is my least favorite of the 4. That doesn't mean I don't like it. I like it a lot, but the other 3 I just thought were better.
Oh, Tim was right.
Tim got the 5. Oh, look at this. We got some competition going here.
Tim with 5 points. He got it. Oh, Starman Brindley. So obvious that I overlooked it.
That'll happen.
Here is a chance to get on the board. Here is a bonus question.
Oh.
If you get this right with one guess, you get 2 points. The bonus question, let me get it right here. We're over here in this other thing. Here's the bonus question. I think David got.
Mark, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Somehow you got out of the stage. I think it might have been on brand too. But here comes the bonus question. Mark Spitz won 7 gold medals at what Olympics in 1972? Where was the Olympics in 1972 for 2 points? I think we're waiting on there's David. David got 2 points. David was correct.
I think Joel will get it too.
Joel might get it. Joel's checking in. Let's see, 609. All right, see, Brindley's on board with 2 points. Where's Joel? And Joel, of course, with 2 points. Tim, I'm going to give you the answer. Let me know if you got it. The answer to the bonus question was the Munich Olympics.
Just for everyone. I mean, what ended up happening with the Israeli athletes being killed was just awful, and especially those who, call Israel home in many ways, like I do. I'll never forget this one asshole in my grade. I won't say his name. Came into school this happened on a weekend. Came into school on the Monday. I'm in the cafeteria, and this guy's sitting with 3 of his friends, and he says, "Hey, Bash, did you hear what happened in Munich?" And then he starts laughing, and so do the friends. That was probably the only time in my life where I really thought, I want to kill this guy.
I want to kill somebody.
And I almost went over there, but I knew that if I did, I'd have gotten beaten to a pulp by him and his friends. All they needed was an excuse. This is a guy who he would have made a good Nazi probably. And so I'm not surprised that
he would have made a good Nazi. Thank God he wouldn't have been a bad Nazi.
Right. Fair, touche. Yeah. But yeah, that was just absolutely awful.
All right. After round 1, we've got 5 more years to go. David and Joel Bash are tied at 7 points. Tim is in its second place with 5. Brindley with the first appearance on any kind of beat or stump the Bash with 2 points. Let's go on to what the second year will be.
Okay.
1969 is going to be our second year. Here we go. You get into my clue bank here and look for clue number 1, of course, chart position number 15, year end. This is for 5 points, 1969. Clue number 1. This is an instrumental arranged by the artist from music written by Nino Rota for Franco Zeffirelli's film of the same name, starring Leonard Whiting and Olivia Hussey.
Shit, what was a big
instrumental? It's an instrumental arranged by the artist from music written by Nino Rota and Franco Zeffirelli, film of the same name, starring Leonard Whiting and Olivia Hussey. That's a tough 5-point question, but it's all
really
there.
Tough. I'm trying to think.
1969.
I don't think this was a hit in 69, what I'm thinking of.
Joel has checked in, and his answer is incorrect. So Joel will not be
He's
in the
probably going to. Yeah, I don't think this is right either, but what was a big instrumental hit that year?
From the film of the same name, starring Leonard Whiting and Olivia Hussey.
Oh, film of the same name of the
that's right. Brindley got nothing, so Brindley will be out of the 5.
I don't think this was big enough, but I'll go for it.
The film of the same name it's I mean they're probably not identical, but it's very close.
Oh, it's not identical?
Well, yeah, it's the name of the film is within the name of the instrumental.
Oh, the instrumental has a longer title?
Yes, I will give you that.
Shit. I don't know why this isn't coming to me. It's such a big hit too.
Yeah. I'll tell you, for number 15 on the charts, we've had some tough questions.
Oh, fuck. No, this is wrong, but
David is not correct.
no, I know I wasn't. Not big enough ahead.
Is in on the 5-pointer. Here we go. This is clue number 2 for 4 points. This song topped the chart for 2 weeks, starting on June 28th, 1969. That didn't give you much more to play with.
No, it sure didn't. I'm hoping it just comes to me, but something that big.
It topped the charts for 2 weeks, late June of 69. We can revisit clue number 1, which is an instrumental arranged by the artist from music written by Nino Rota and Franco Zeffirelli's film of the same name, starring Leonard Whiting and Olivia Hussey. 2 weeks, starting in June 28th, it topped the charts, number 1. So it did reach number 1.
Yeah, wow. This is insane that I can't think of it.
We've got Joel checking in, and Joel is incorrect on the 4-pointer.
I don't know. I mean, I know lots of instrumentals, but
we'll see if Brindley has a guess. Of course, Tim will let us know.
this is probably not right either. It's the wrong year. But
Brindley said, got nothing here. So Brindley is out of the 4-pointer. David's
I'm saying something here, but I'm sure it's wrong. I don't think it's the right year.
David might be sending me his Chinese takeout order. I'm not sure what he's doing. And again, spelling, I'm not going to ask that spelling be completely correct. And yeah, it's all good. What do we got here? Tim says he has ideas, but not the artist. David has checked in. David, your guess is incorrect. That was Joel's first guess.
Oh,
just so you know. But here we go. We're going on to clue number 3.
I know it's the wrong year.
Nobody is in play yet. I mean, everybody's still in play. Nobody has picked up the correct answer. Here we go. The artist who played piano on this arrangement ended the 5-week run of the Beatles' Get Back on the top spot. So the artist played piano on the arrangement. This artist was the piano player on this instrumental that knocked the Beatles' Get Back from the top spot.
This is amazing.
Knocked the Beatles, yeah.
It's amazing that I'm not getting this. It's like nothing's coming to mind. And you haven't given me a label or nothing. Well, it won't help Joel. Joel's a lyrics guy, and there's no lyrics in this.
He's sitting at home cursing no lyrics. Yeah.
Wow, this is insane.
Brindley will check in with us and let us know if he's got a clue. If not, we're waiting on anything from Joel. And of course, David.
I think both Joel and I are gonna kick ourselves if we don't get this.
I mean, probably. I have, of course, I have the advantage of knowing what it is, but
yeah.
See, Tim says he's got a reasonably bad guess. Third time, decidedly not a charm for Brindley. So Brindley's got nothing on the 3-pointer either. Nobody's checked in with anything on the 3-pointer. Joel has not checked in.
I have nothing.
And David's got nothing. Joel, you got nothing? Before we move on to the 2-point question.
Wow. Something this big and we're not getting it. I mean, again, I didn't listen to radio consistently that year. No. But obviously I know the song. Obviously we all know the song, but we're just not.
All right, here we go. Clue number 4, worth 2 points. 1969 instrumental. The clue is released in May of 1969 on the RCA Victor label, backed with The Windmills of Your Mind.
Son of a bitch. Now I have the label.
Victor.
Now I have the label and I can't get it.
If anybody could have had a wide open avenue right now to score some points on David.
Of course, RCA is a big label. Oh, fuck, no. No. Oh, my God. No.
Let's see.
Nothing's coming to mind. This is killing me.
Brindley says, I know it, and the title just isn't happening. He can't get it. He's out.
I don't know it, and the title's not happening.
You gotta guess it all, David. No,
I can't.
Joel, you gotta check in,
nothing.
Joel.
I I'm thinking about people on that label, and
yeah, I've got nothing.
This is gonna. Yeah.
You got nothing, David?
Got nothing.
All right. Nobody's checking in with the guess. We're going to go to the final clue for 1 point. Tim says he's pretty sure he doesn't have it either.
This is amazing.
Here we go. 1969, clue number 5 for 1 point. A version with lyrics is known as A Time for Us and has been recorded by the likes of Johnny Mathis, Andy Williams, Stevie Wonder, and Donny Osmond.
Well,
So
I know the song now, but
the version
title
with lyrics was known as A Time for Us.
I know the song's going through my head, and I still don't know
that. Mandy has checked in and said, David, you are going to kick yourself.
I actually know this one.
Rena says she knows it.
But I'm not
Excellent.
I actually knew it on like either the first or second clue, but I'm not going to say what it is because I'm not playing.
Nice. Yeah, don't help your husband out. Any guesses from Joel or Brindley? And we'll see what Tim has. David might have nothing on this one. 1969 chart position.
I just don't. The title's just not coming to me.
That's Brindley says he's in the same place as David, frustratingly going to pass again. Joel, you got anything? Joel, Tim says he's out. He doesn't know.
God, we're all out. This is terrible. And Rena says she knew it early.
Joel hasn't checked in at all either, so I'm going to assume, Joel, that you got nothing. Here we go. I'm going to take this clue off the screen, and I'm going to let everybody know that the track we were looking for was Love Theme from Romeo and Juliet, Henry Mancini.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm not all that upset because it's a song that I've heard. I just don't remember it at all.
The Love Theme from Romeo and Juliet, Henry Mancini. Tim, I'm assuming you had.
Yeah, I have to say this is one I don't remember. I mean, I've heard it. I heard it at the time. I didn't realize it was that big a hit. So I'm not kicking myself, actually.
Well, but you also did not lose any ground because nobody scored any points, except we are going to go to a bonus question for 2 points.
All right.
Here we go. Bonus question for everybody. I'm going to switch over to the other brand so I can get to the bonus question. Here we go. Bonus question. Let me find it here. Let me find it. All right, here we go. Hold on a second. Let's see who's checking in. Brindley said, briefly worked at a record store and saw so many copies of that single. What a shame.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, here's the bonus question for 2 points. Send me a text and let me know. On February 17th of 1972, the 15,007,034th model of this car was produced, exceeding the sales of the Model T Ford. What car exceeded 15,007,034 models in 1972, February 7th? The make and model of this very popular car on February 17th surpassed the Model T Ford in sales of 15,007,034. Who's got a guess for 2 points?
Obviously something that was around for a while.
Car. Sold over 15 million February 17th, 1972. Oh, Joel checks in with an incorrect guess. He did not get 2 points. I don't even know how I'm not going to, you don't have to say, but I wonder how old Brindley is, because some of this stuff is 72. You'd have
He
to.
said he worked at a record store back in 60.
Brindley says, I got another pass. He doesn't know. This car sold 15,007,034th model on February 17th, 1972.
So obviously, it's something that's been around a long time.
I think I have a guess, but
Oh, Reno with I think I have a guess.
I don't know where my brain is going right now. Okay, think what was around it for that long. Oh,
15
come on.
34 cars on February 17th. You will kick yourself when you hear
Right,
what
you will kick yourself, sweetie.
I'm not done yet. Give me give me just a little more time.
Give me just a little more time.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of different car companies.
Didn't get a test.
Oh, all right. Let me try this.
David's got a guess for 2 points.
It's got to be wrong though.
See if somebody's going to get some points on this whole thing. And David comes in, and he is incorrect.
Of course he is.
David is out. So nobody got the 2-pointer. I'm going to get rid of it here on the screen, and I'm going to let you know that the 2-point question, 15,007,034th car, was a VW Beetle.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
That was a bonus
company. Is a company I didn't think of.
That was a bonus question, so no harm, no foul. Any bonus points for chairman of the board? Yes. I'll give you a nudge, nudge, wink, wink, and point.
All right. Starman, do you remember what year that song is from?
Ooh.
Give him 1 point if he gets it.
Starman, what year? If you get it, you get a
If
point.
you get the year,
Being,
if you get the year that song was a hit, then you get a point.
See, he's coming up with makes sense. Didn't get it. That's Tim. Tim didn't get it. So Tim was out of the two. But Brindley, if you know what year, David's going to give you a point. He's going to
looking it up.
He's going to unfairly give you a point over everybody else. So it's all good. We just have fun here anyway. But let us know. Let us know, Brindley, if you have a guess at what year chairman of the board. Give me just a little more time. And Brindley says it's between 70 and 72. I'm guessing 72, but not confident. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Brindley, you should have gone with your other guess.
First original guess. Yeah.
Interesting that it was between 70 and 72, but not 71.
Not 71. All right. So after 2 rounds, it's still David 7, Joel 7, Tim 5, and Brindley 2. And here we go. Year number 3.
Okay.
1974, it shall be. Chart position number 15. Here we go. Clue number 1 for 5 points. 1974. A song written by Jerry Fuller and first recorded by Johnny Mathis in 1972, making it to number 36 on the easy listening chart. But first written by Jerry Fuller and first recorded by Johnny Mathis 2 years prior on 1972. And Johnny Mathis is the one that took it to 36 on the easy listening chart. This was the Billboard, made it number 15 for the year.
Oh, you see.
So Mathis took it to number 36 on easy listening. This artist took it obviously higher than that in 1974.
Let me think a little bit here. Unfortunately, that's not a year that I.
Now, if this song knocked the Beatles from number 1,
that would be it. That would.
We were on a
certainly be
theme
good.
there, weren't we? We were on a theme. All right. Joel, have a guess. Brindley got a guess. What track?
I
1974.
don't have one yet.
Written
I'm
by
trying-
Jerry Fuller and originally done by Johnny Mathis 2 years prior. David's thinking. Joel's probably, because since he's David's brother, he's probably making the same hand movements over his lip like this.
I don't know if Joel does that. Fuck.
What do you think, Brindley? You got a guess for 5 points on 1974, written by Jerry Fuller and originally recorded by Johnny Mathis. Anything, Joel?
Nothing's coming to me right now.
All right. I think we're going to move on to clue number 2 for 4 points. I see nothing coming in from Joel, nothing coming in from Brindley. Here we go. 4-pointer. Clue number 2, 1974, chart position number 15. This version reached number 1 the week of January 19th, 1974, and sold over 2 million copies. Right out of the gate, early January, mid-January 1974, it reached number 1. Sold 2 million copies. So you know it was popular. 4-pointer.
I'll try something here.
John Borak checks in with Munich. No, I'm teasing. 4 points. Second clue. Anything from Brindley?
I do have a guess.
Anything from Brindley or Joel? I'm waiting for David's to come through. This is 4 points. Nobody's scored in a little while. David with a fantastic guess, but incorrect.
I don't know how fantastic it was.
I just love that song you guessed. That's a great song too, but David's out of the running for 4 points. Joel, Brindley, you got anything for 4 points? Pick up some ground, take the lead. Seeing nothing coming in from Joel, and Tim says he's got nothing. Brindley's got nothing. Everybody's got nothing, so nobody's scoring.
I didn't have nothing. I just had it wrong.
Just had it wrong, but nobody's got points. And here we go. Clue number 3 for 3 points, 1974. The clue is released in August of 1973. So it was out in August on the Rocky Road label.
One label I don't know.
What a tough label that is. Released on the Rocky Road label, back with the track Listen to Me. It was released in August of 73, but didn't make it to number 1 on Billboard to January of 74. On the Rocky Road label. Heck, that's ice cream. That's not even music. Rocky Road.
I know.
And it's not give me just a little more time.
It certainly isn't. Shit,
3
Rocky
points.
Road.
This is chart position number 15 has been a difficult one for all this stuff going on.
It shouldn't. The label should, especially a label that obscure. I mean, how many hits do they have?
Joel's not checking him at all. He must be stumped. He must be another bash being stumped.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of songs that were number 1 early in the year, but none of them would fit.
Let's see what we got coming in here. Tim says this game has become a rocky road.
God, I feel so stupid.
Yeah, 3 points. I'm assuming that means Tim does not have it yet, and Brindley's got nothing times 3. So Brindley's out. Tim's not sure, probably out. Joel has not guessed in quite a long time.
Nothing's clicking in.
And David's saying nothing. Shall we move on to clue number 4 for 2 points?
Unfortunately.
So far, nobody wants to grab the lead. Here we go. Clue number 4. Band leader, arranger H.B. Barnum devised the classic bass line for the song's introduction. The classic bass line opening for the song. Arranged by band leader and arranger H.B. Barnum. Classic bass line for the song's
This one I know I'll kick myself for.
It's a good one. It's a great track. But again, we got a guess in from Joel, and he is incorrect. So Joel is out on 2 points. Brindley has not checked in, but if he doesn't get it right away, he usually says, I'm not there either. But David's mind's I can see the smoke coming out of your ears. You got nothing on the 2-pointer. Let's see who's checking in. Starman Brindley says nothing again.
And I asked my friend Mandy to watch because I thought I would do well and impress her. And look at this.
The pressure's coming.
Well,
All right.
that's what I get. Yeah.
Nobody got the 2-pointer. Here's the final clue, the 5th clue for 1 point. 1974. 5th clue. The song was often played by Paul Schaefer and the CBS Orchestra on The Late Show with David Letterman for a segment with the same title as the song.
And I never watched it.
Letterman did a segment of the show where they did a certain thing, and the segment was the same title as the song.
I never
Never
watched that show.
You would know exactly what this is.
Well, maybe somebody is, but I'm not.
I'm just saying. Sounds like David has got a big 0 on this one.
My God, I'm going to have 2 zeros in a row. I think that's only happened once.
Unprecedented. We'll see if Brindley has a guess. We'll see if Joel has a guess, and then Tim will let us know if
Somebody's got to have a guess.
I would think, but it's a great
You
song.
even gave me the label, and I don't know it.
We got somebody checking in. Brindley says would be a great time to learn of a one-hit wonder called Top 10 List, eh? So Brindley is not on the right track. I don't think Joel is either. I've got nothing from Joel. And Tim says huge Letterman fan, but I have no idea. So this one stumped everybody. Nobody scored. The answer, 1974, chart position number 15, is Show and Tell by Al Wilson.
Yeah.
It's a game we play.
It's a great song. Didn't know it. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't.
Right.
Rocky Road, Jesus.
We can get 2 points if you can get this bonus question. There we go. Closest wins 3 points. So the person with the closest, how much did a Super Bowl ad for 30 seconds cost in 1972?
Huh.
Whoever
I have a guess.
Whoever comes closest to the cost of a Super Bowl ad in 1972 will get 3 points. So David has checked in with a number. We are going to, Tim, you can actually put a number in the comment for your guess because it's whoever is closest to a Super Bowl ad will get 3 points. Joel has checked in, and I'm not going to say closest without going over. I'm just going to say closest, Joel has a good guess. Brindley has a guess, very similar to David's. We're going to wait on Tim's guess in the comments, and we'll let you know who is closest to what a Super Bowl ad costs in 1972. What do you got, Tim? Give us a guess. Tim comes in at 150,000, but I'm pleased to let you know that the person who was closest with a guess of 100,000 was Joel Bash.
Wow.
The cost of a Super Bowl commercial
that much then, huh?
72 was $86,000.
Wow, I didn't think they'd be that much at that time.
So Joel has taken the lead. He's got a total of 10 points to David's 7, Tim's 5, Brindley's.
Joel has, how much was this? Oh, 3. Oh.
3 points for being close.
Okay, wow, Joel's beating me. Okay, now I really feel the pressure.
Now you really got to concentrate. Here we go. We got a comment coming in here. Wow, did not expect people to be so interested in Super Bowl that early on.
Yeah, me neither.
We still have 3 songs left. Let me cross off 1974 here. Let's see what year we go to. David's wheelhouse year of 1972. Here we go.
Tonight, nothing's a wheelhouse.
Yeah, this is going to be 5-pointer. David really needs this one. Chart number 5, position number 15 in 1972. Here it is. Clue number 1 for 5 points. Always the tough clues. Number 1. A novelty song originally written and recorded by Dave Bartholomew in 1952 for King Records.
Oh,
A novelty song originally recorded by Dave Bartholomew in 1952 for King Records.
think I got this one.
Well, when David says, oh, and I think I got it, that's usually a good sign.
No, I've said that a few times.
This is an old track from 1952. Joel checks in, and Joel is incorrect. David checks in, and David has pulled into the lead with 5 points. Well, yeah, he snuck by Joel with a 5-pointer. Joel was incorrect. However, that doesn't mean Joel's out of the running because there's more guesses. He can get 4, 3, 2, 1 exactly, you know?
Boy, it's feast or famine for me today.
Starman said already in the right direction, but it's not there just yet. All right, Joel was not correct. Brindley not there yet. David already was correct. Let's go on to the 4-point question. Clue number 2, 1972. This artist covered this song and it became his only #1 Billboard single in the USA.
I have a comment, but I don't want to say it because I think it might clue people on.
Tim says he has a bad guess. Yeah, this artist
I'll
covered
give
this.
you the comment at the end.
Okay. Novelty record originally written in 1952, recorded 52. This became #1 Billboard single. This artist's only #1 Billboard single in the USA. Joel has checked in, and Joel has 4 points.
All right.
Going back up
Go
on
ahead again.
Tim has a bad guess. We're waiting on anything out of Brindley. Good job, Joel. Joel is keeping the pressure on David.
Yeah, I mean, Joel is really studied.
Yes.
In the past, he never knew the exact years, even if he knew the song well. But he's been studying, and he's getting the years.
All right,
And that's
with
that's
4.
a good start. If you know what year certain songs are in, I mean,
Brindley says he's not there, but he definitely knows it. It's just not happening. All right, we're going to move on to the 3-pointer of this clue. See if Tim and Brindley can jump in on anything. Here we go. 1972, 3 points. It was released in July of 1972. This should tell you on Chess Records. What famous artist was on Chess Records, did a novelty song in 72, took it to #1, his only #1. And I can give you a clue saying, surprisingly, this artist only #1 Billboard. I would think that's a fair statement, right, David? Surprisingly.
I'll give the other clue. I mean, when people know that this was his only #1, they are very surprised, and they're also very angry because fans of this person do not like this song at all.
Tim says he's pretty sure he has it. Brindley checks in for 3 points. Good job, Brindley.
Oh, he got it. Okay.
So we are going to just Tim thinks he has it, but because he thinks he has it, I'm
He
also
probably has it.
clue number 4 and then number 5 to see if Tim really has it at 3.
Well, wait a minute. Now, hold on. We've all guessed it by now, right? Except for Tim.
Except for Tim, yes.
So, Tim, why don't you just say what it is?
Yeah, Tim can't.
And then we don't. If he has it, we don't have to hear the next clues.
Tim, you can comment because everybody else has checked in with the correct answer. So let us know in the comments, Tim, what you think it is. If not, we'll go on to clue number 4 for 2 points. That's a good point, David. Good point. So check in, Tim. Let us know in the comments what you think it is. If not, we'll go on to. There you go.
Yeah.
You had it for 3 points, right, Tim? You had it to 3-pointer.
Now, here's the advantage I had, and I think a lot of us did in that regard. I had heard of Chuck Berry, and I think I knew the song. I knew Johnny B. Good and Maybelline and rock and roll music. I didn't know who did them.
Yeah, right.
So I had no reason to be angry about my Ding-a-ling being a big hit. I mean, I was 13 years old, or just turned 14, and I thought it was funny. I mean, what 14-year-old doesn't think it's funny that he's using the word ding-a-ling for dick?
Oh, and that's the whole thing about the song. It was a euphemism all throughout the song.
And also the people singing along, which at that time I didn't know were people in London. I mean, when you hear their accents now, you can tell. But damn, yeah, I just thought it was a funny song. Maybe if I had been a huge fan, like a lot of people were, they would have been really angry at him for doing it.
Oh yeah, I hear, yeah.
That was a big hit. And
it gets an earworm.
who knows? I'll say this right now. That could be the answer for number one for 1971, although I don't think it is. That's why I'm saying it.
All right, let's update with two songs left to go and a couple bonus questions and some bonus questions at the very end as well. Right now, Joel is in the lead. He is sitting there with 14 points. David is in second place with 12 points, 2 off of Joel. Tim is at 8 points. He's hanging right in there. And Brindley, on his first attempt at beating the Bash, is at 5 points. That's very respectable because this is nerve-wracking when you're doing it for the first time. But here we go.
There's no bonus question on this one then, right?
Oh, yeah, there is a bonus question. Here's 2-point bonus question. So we could turn things around a little bit. I've got to make sure I get the bonus questions. I worked hard on the bonus questions.
Yeah.
Here we go. Bonus question. This one is going to be for 2 points, I believe. Yes. Here we go. I love this one. The highest rated TV show of 1972 was All in the Family. What was number 2? What was number 2 in 1970?
Tell you some that weren't.
Behind All in the Family for 2 points. Everybody knows All in the Family was the top hit of 1972.
Right. I got to guess.
Number 2. David comes in with a great guess, and
that's wrong. Yeah, of course.
Incorrect. Oh,
and that one probably is number 3.
Joel had the identical guess as David.
I knew he would. I would have bet anything that he would have it.
And we're going to wait for Brindley to see if Brindley has.
By the way, that's not his favorite show, but I think Joel realizes that his favorite show didn't really rank all that well.
Brindley passes, and so Tim, if you have a guess, you can put it in the comment because everybody else has guessed. Nobody has gotten the 2 points, and we'll see if Tim has a guess. What show was number 2 behind All in the Family? I don't know how old Tim is. Tim's
about our age, maybe a little younger.
Yeah, because I can remember everything. We'll see if Tim has a guess, and then we'll move on to the final 2 years. It's getting tight. Nobody's even getting bonus questions. You got anything, Tim?
You can say what it is on screen because Friendly has said he's out.
Yep.
So
everybody's out. Nobody's gotten 2 points. We'll see if Tim has a guess. If you're still there, Tim, let us know. Too many to make a guess. He's going to pass. All right. Yeah. Number 2, 1972 behind All in the Family was Sanford and Son.
Wow. All right. Wow, I wouldn't have thought that early either.
Yeah.
MASH might have been another good guess. They were all part of that same Sunday lineup.
They were.
So I thought, but no. I mean, both Joel and I guess Mary Tyler Moore. Do you know do you know what that did?
No, I do not. I only knew what.
It's easy enough to look up, but I'll bet it did. I bet it was in the top 5.
Probably top 5, yeah. So no change in the score with the bonus question. We got 2 more years. It's either going to be 71 or 67 next. Let's just see.
Amazing. Joel beating me right now. Uh-huh.
All right, so 1971 will be next. And, of course, that means 1967 will be the last year in category. Starman says MASH was one of my other guesses, but somehow it just didn't feel like number 2. Yeah. All right. We are at 1971. Here we go. Chart position number 15. Hit the brand button. Get over to 1971. Here we go. Clue number 1 for 5 points. This track, released in April of 1971 on the United Artists label, backed with Over at My Place.
Wow.
United Artists label 71, the B-side, Over at My Place. It's not a lot of information, but it does give you the label, and it gives you the sense of what kind of track it is with a title called Over at My Place.
Thank you.
5-pointer.
That's
Again,
one.
always the toughest one is the first
number?
points.
Why am I just blanking on everything right now?
Right now, David trails Joel by 2.
Oh God, the pressure is really getting to me because I'm not.
The
I'm not
beauty
even,
of this game is even if David got 5 right now, at clue number 2, Joel could pick up 4. Tim could pick up 4. Tim could pick up 5. He might get this right on the first one. I think we could be bundled up here going into the final year. We do have a 2-point bonus question at the end, which could
this
change
is ridiculous.
We've
God, I
got
remember what number 2.
Tim says he's got another bad guess, but it means he does have a guess. Brindley says he's got nothing here, so Brindley's out of the 5-pointer. We'll see what Tim has. Joel hasn't said anything yet.
I don't think. Not sure why I'm not getting the label on this, but.
Joel.
Oh wait.
Joel
whoa.
is correct.
No, I don't know if this is the label.
Remember, you're going to need the track title and the artist.
I have a guess.
And I have to say, the artist will be important.
Why is the artist important?
Because you got to get the artist right. Spelling's not that great, but you got to get the artist.
I'm not going to write the whole thing here, but
Well, you can abbreviate. I can understand what you mean, but you know what I mean. Like for the Beatles, you couldn't say the band on Apple.
trying to remember if this was on United Artists, but it
5
might have
points. David comes in with a guess, and David is correct for 5 points. Look at that.
Wow.
That changes everything.
I'm kind of surprised because I'll just say this song wasn't quite as big on WABC. I don't think that's going to give Joel a clue, but
that doesn't mean that you've jumped way ahead of Joel because he could get it here on clue number
Joel
2.
hates it when I get the label as a clue because that's something he doesn't know well.
But here we go for 4 points. 1971 chart position number 15. Let's see if Joel or Brindley or Tim gets it here. This track peaked at number 3 on Billboard. The group had one other hit, reaching number 2 on Billboard in 1972.
Why is hit in quotes?
I don't know. Just because it was a hit.
Well,
I don't know why I put it in quote.
why isn't other in quote?
I don't know.
Well, now I can take.
Another hit. I guess the other hit never reached number 1.
Oh, I see.
Number 1 hit.
I'm
But
gonna,
this is 4 points.
I'm gonna relieve myself now. Thank you.
Thank you for the play-by-play on that. Can you take a microphone into the restroom? David already has 5 points. We are going to wait on Brindley, see if Brindley's got anything, or we'll see if Joel has anything. What I can tell you clue-wise, if you're typing it in, it could take you a long time to type this track and artist. What does that tell you? A long name, huh? Brindley, the B-side sounds familiar, but not lodging a guess. Oh, Joel with a very good guess, but incorrect. Joel is out. Tim said he was wrong, and he's got nothing. So we can move on to clue number 3 because David already got the 5-pointer. Here we go. Clue number 3 for 3 points on 1971. This group's records were all produced by Bob Archibald at the Music Factory in Miami. All produced by Bob Archibald.
Not Nate Tiny Archibald.
Tiny Archibald.
I'm going to guess that Bob was tinier than Nate.
Right.
Because Nate was like 6
Miami,
feet
not
tall.
Boston. Everything
Nate
just out of the Music Factory in Miami.
Nate was 6 feet tall, which is tiny for a basketball player, but not tiny for a human being.
Right. And speaking of basketball, did anybody see the end of the Duke UConn game? Holy cow.
I'm not a college sports fan at all.
I love it, but Duke went up and all they had to do was get the ball in and kind of hold it for a few seconds, and the guy threw it away into UConn's hands, and just over half court he sinks a almost half court shot at the buzzer to win. And crazy. All right, David's already in at 5 points. We're waiting to hear from Joel if this clue number 3 for 3 points. Remember, there's still 2 more clues for a couple points.
I'll say this much, Mark. The next time we do this,
Yeah.
I know Joel would be very grateful if you had a few lyrics clues in there, because that's his strength.
Could be. It all depends on what chart position, what the tracks are. Sometimes we could do a whole lyric thing but then again, you'd be like, I don't know lyrics that well. And,
Well, sometimes I do, but I think Joel knows them better than I do, especially on the hits.
I got Star Brindley says he's passing. Tim is clueless. I got nothing from Joel. So we're going to move on to clue number 4 for 2 points. That can keep you right there, everybody, especially Joel. He's right there. Here we go. The group disbanded in 1976. Good guess, Joel. I said Joel had a guess coming in. That's not correct. Group disbanded in 1976 when one of the members joined a Black Hebrew sect in Miami and adopted the name Prince Gideon Israel.
Well, now I know I like them even more.
What a clue.
Joel likes to think he knows everything about Judaism, so
there you go, Joel.
Come on, Joel. This should give it to you.
Group disbanded in 76 when one of the members joined a Black Hebrew sect in Miami and adopted the name Prince Gideon Israel.
I can say this much. I'm feeling a little cocky right now. I know Joel really loves both the 71 and the 72 song. I think particularly the one from 72.
2 points. Joel, you'd still be right there if you got 2 points. Brindley. Oh, Brindley says fascinating story, but not helping me at all. And of course, we will know from Tim after it's all done.
Boy, I have been total feast or famine today. This is insane.
Joel, you got any guesses coming in before we go to the final 1 point question? We're going to move on. Here we go for 1 point. Final 1971. Another member of this group became a born-again Christian and later a pastor, releasing a memoir titled "It's Not Too Late to Turn Back Now, Back in the Arms of God."
That will be 1 point for Joel.
Last guess was,
Joel doesn't get. I'm disowning him as a brother if he doesn't get it from this one.
1 point, Joel. It's going to keep you right there. If you get this for 1 point. Another member became a Christian pastor, releasing a memoir called "It's Not Too Late to Turn Back Now, Back in the Arms of God." I don't know if that gave anything to Brindley.
If it doesn't give it to Joel, I'm shocked.
Well, Joel has a guess in, but Joel's guess is incorrect.
Oh my God, no way.
Starman Brindley says, I know the band. 1 second. He needs a second. He needs the David Bash thinking time. He's got it. Maybe he's going to get it.
Oh, Joel's going to kick himself.
Well, you know what? What just got Joel was "It's Not Too Late to Turn Back Now," and he went with the obvious answer on this clue.
Oh, well, then he doesn't know the years as well as I thought.
Ooh. Brindley, you got anything before we let everybody know what this track is? Joel's out. Joel did not pick up anything. Brindley's taking his time to type in.
Has Tim said anything?
Tim he has not even had a bad guess.
I guess we'll just have to.
Brindley just sent a guess, and it is not correct. He went the obvious route with Joel. All right. Tim says he thinks he has a very wrong guess. The final answer for 1971 was Treat Her Like a Lady, Cornelius Brothers and Sister Rose.
Yeah, everyone went for the one from 72, and I really didn't think Joel would do that.
Yeah, Joel.
Because the earlier clue pretty much said that they had another hit in 1972.
Yeah. Well, Joel came in like after the fact of the second guess saying Treat Her Like a Lady. So he kind of got it, but it wasn't during the 1 point clue, so he didn't get anything right there. At least I got the group. I forgot the other song was.
No. Hey, a lot of people wouldn't get that.
And right now, before the bonus question, the totals are David at 17, Joel at 14, so he's right there. Tim, did you get any points on that? He said he had a wrong guess. So I'm assuming Tim's at 8, Brindley's still at 5. And we're going to go to a bonus 2 point question again right now.
Oh, well, and if this were Stump the Bash, I wouldn't have gotten stumped, but what a weird way for me to get there.
What a weird way.
Well, I would have had 15.
That's right.
Not 17, but that would have been enough.
Wouldn't have been enough because you would have needed 18 with 6.
No, we haven't. So if we only did 5 years, I would have gotten it. So now I have to get 3 points to not be stumped. Officially.
All right, here we go. Bonus question for 2 points. This could bring you right within one of David if you get it, Joel, and he does not. Here we go. Tell me who or what is associated with these 1972 quotes. What's associated with, hey, Mikey, he likes it. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. And it takes a tough man to make a tender chicken. So I need 3 answers. Who is associated with, hey, Mikey, he likes it? A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
I think I have this.
And it takes, a matter of fact, it's going to be 3-pointer actually because there's three answers to this. And it takes a tough man to make a tender chicken.
Do we have to get this exactly right?
No, if you get it in the ballpark,
I think I have it exactly right, but I'm not sure.
All right, so we have David's got 3 points. He's got all 3 of the bonus.
Did you have to get all 3 to get any points, or you got 1 per point?
No, this is all 3 to get the 3 points. You don't get any points for
knowing 2. Yeah.
He knows 2 for sure.
Yeah, one of them took me a little longer than the other 2.
You got to get all 3 to get the 3 points because I think 2 of the 3 are pretty easy, but the one of them was a little tough, and you got it.
Yeah, that's the one that I think that's the one that took me a little longer.
A mind is a terrible thing to waste, and it takes a tough man to make a tender chicken. All quotes from 1972 associated with something or someone or some group or whatever it may be. Brindley passed. Tim thinks he knows 2. I'm waiting on Joel to check in.
Joel might be able to get this.
Oh, Joel was so close, but I can't give it to you, Joel. You got 2 out of 3.
Whoa.
Everybody else passed. Let's talk about this. To get this out.
Did Tim pass?
Tim's going to let us know whether he got it.
He said he had 2, but I guess he doesn't have 3.
3, yeah. All right. So the hold on a second. Let me get back here. Hey, Mikey, he likes it. Obviously, Life cereal. Hey, Mikey, he likes it. The bottom one, it takes a tough man to make a tender chicken. That was Frank Perdue.
And Purdue chicken, yeah.
And the middle one, Joel's answer was drugs, but the terrible thing to waste was the United Negro College Fund. And
there's one where the 3 years difference between me and Joel definitely
might have made a difference. Yeah, might have made a difference.
All right. No, it did, because that's not unlike these songs which you keep hearing. You don't see that commercial anymore.
Nope. You do not. All right, with 1 year left, which is 1967, the current score is David's at 20 points. Joel is at 14, and it's still possible, Joel, with a 5-pointer and then a bonus question to take over David if he is. Tim got them. Tim at 3.
Oh, he got him. Good for him.
So Joel is at 12. Tim is at 11. Brindley is at 5. And that brings us down to the final year of this Beat the Bash. And here it is, 1967. Clue number 1 for 5 points. I love this one. Written by Martha Sharp and produced by Dallas Smith. Martha also wrote songs for Sandy Posey, Eddie Arnold, Tom Jones, Waylon Jennings, and Cilla Black. And as a pioneering industry executive, she signed Randy Travis and Faith Hill to Warner Brothers. But she wrote this track in 1967. Tough question. Always a tough question, number 1. But Martha Sharp wrote this
Boy,
track.
is it tough.
But she also was
something about Martha Sharp.
Yeah,
Is that Ken's mom?
it could be. I would not be.
I don't think so.
But she also signed Randy Travis and Faith Hill to Warner Brothers. She wrote for Eddie Arnold, Tom Jones, Cilla Black. Quite accomplished, but I didn't know she wrote this.
All right, so that means that if she also wrote songs for those people, we can rule any of them out as being the artist.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Chart number 15. Year end 1967. Tough. Always is.
Somehow I don't think this is right, but I know who wrote the song I was thinking of, and it's not her.
He's checking in right now. Tim says he has a wild guess. Tim's getting confident after getting that 3-pointer.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to think of people, but the songs I'm thinking of are not that year.
Got nothing in yet. Brindley's passing.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pass at this point too.
Joel's got nothing in. David's passing.
And I need 3 points to not be stumped. Even if I win, I don't want to be stumped.
All right, here we go for 4 points. Clue number 2, 1967. The track, released in June of 1967 on Liberty Records, was backed with Swahili Serenade. Liberty Records B-side Swahili Serenade.
I don't think this.
Joel came in with a guess. It was incorrect, but I love that song though, Joel.
This can't be right because I don't think this person would have a. No, this wasn't big enough. What am I talking about? Let me try something else. Oh, me? Wait. Let's try this.
Let's see. Brindley says, I got it. Text
Really?
in. And Brindley with 4 points. Brindley out of left field.
Nice.
That's correct.
He must be older than us. All right, I have a guess. I don't know if it's right, but
great job. David's got a guess coming in. Oh, and it is incorrect. But a cool guess, though. I would not come up with that one. So Brindley and let's see. Brindley got it there. We're waiting on who the hell was on Liberty Records at 67, says Tim.
I know a few, but I don't think that.
We're waiting on Joel. Joel's he was wrong on the first 5-pointer. So Brindley comes in with 4 points, taking this one down. David was wrong. Tim is thinking. Brindley says, a lucky one. I love that song. That's such a distinctive B-side. Yep, indeed.
Well, good for you. Good for you, Brindley. Brindley, how old are you, if you don't mind saying? I'm wondering if you're older than we are. And
Brindley is 12 years old. He just texted me. Yes,
I'm just wondering if he's older than us, because he scored on 67. I don't remember much about that year. I certainly wasn't listening to much radio then. So everything I know about it is just by studying.
I do not have another guess in by Joel, so I'm assuming he's off. But so David's still in the running for 3. Let's go on to the 3-pointer. Let's see here. Where am I at? There we are. 1967, the 3-point clue number 3. Here we go. A slightly longer version from the album features a brief instrumental intro before the vocals come in. So the album version's a little longer with instrumental. And when I wrote this clue, I actually went out on Spotify and did play the 2 different versions. And yes, the album version is different. Brindley is a mere child at 24.
Oh, no way. Wow.
Total nut for 60s, 70s pop music. Nice. Tim says Brindley is a mere child.
He could have been mine.
He might be David's child. Yes.
He could have been my grandchild officially.
3 points. A longer
precocious
album features a brief.
Let me think here.
David needs this right here to not be stumped under the old rules.
Yeah, because
Wow.
I'm just getting 5s and 0s. I don't have anything else.
Saved by 0. Oh, Joel with a guess that is incorrect. Joel did not get the 3-pointer.
I'm just trying to think of the label here.
Joel's out. Brindley's got it. We'll see if Tim has it.
Let's try this.
David will not be beaten today, but he's trying not to be stumped under the old rules.
Well, this is my last chance.
Last chance. Let's see. I'm waiting for the text to come through. We'll let you know whether he's got 3 points. 1967. Ladies and gentlemen, David is not stumped under the old rules.
I made it. I got it. Wow.
He got it. David picked up 3 points. Tim has nothing. Brindley got the 4 points.
But
Joel,
that clue didn't give it to me. I mean, I just thought a little bit more. I could have had it when I knew the label, but
so Tim and Joel are still in play. Wait, Joel says congratulations, David, but he needs to leave right now. So he wasn't going to beat you anyway.
I'm not sure he even knows this song, although he might.
Here's clue number 2 for 2 points. The track peaked at number 3 and was considered a comeback for this 24-year-old artist. See if that gives Tim anything.
He was only 24 in 67.
Yeah.
Wow.
Star. Brindley says, glad I knew Swahili Serenade because number 3 would not have helped me at all.
I'll tell you, Brindley, that I am really, really, really impressed.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to clue number 5, which would be the 1-pointer. It was covered in 1977 by Leif Garrett.
Wait, did we go through the clue before that?
Yeah.
Right. Well, go back to. No, well, people didn't have time.
Well, I mean, Brindley already got it. Joel left, and Tim.
So only Tim.
Tim would let us.
I did not know this. He was 24 in 1967.
Yeah, that's why it peaked at number 3, and it was considered a comeback. That's the whole part.
No, I understand why it was a comeback
for this 20
because he hadn't had any hits in a while. But I had no idea he was that young when he did have hits.
Yeah, he was only 24 when he had a comeback.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's. No, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, it's Bobby first made a comeback at 24 and I haven't even started. Now I feel.
Hey, come on! You just gave away possibly the answer. Tim's still playing, Starman.
Tim will let us know. It's all good. So Tim, let us know if you got it because we went on to the last one. It was covered by Leif Garrett, but didn't chart.
I certainly did not know this. I don't have his first album, which I assume it's on.
Let's see what we got here. Tim says, sorry says, Brindley says, sorry, I moved my comment as soon as
No worries.
Tim,
Tim's
so-
an honest man anyway.
all right, that final track was Come Back When You Grow Up by Bobby V. Bobby V, Come Back When You Grow Up.
Wow. Thank God I knew he was on Liberty, but it took me a while.
Tim said he did not have it, so it didn't give him any help. And we're going to go to the final bonus question of the night for 2 points just to see where you land in the overall. Here we go. Hold on a second. Make sure I got
Finally got something other than the 5 or 0.
Yeah, hold on a second. I wanted to.
That's not it.
Now, the
That's
certain
not
question. I'm looking for the certain question that I like. I got to find it. There we go. What began on April 1st, 1972? Something significant began April 1st of 1972 for 2 points. Tim said, I don't even know that song.
Yeah, you probably do, Tim.
You would know.
heard it, you
Come
probably know.
back when you grow up, girl. You're still living in a paper doll world.
Have you ever played that at the restaurant?
No, that's a good one, though. You know? Bolt Upright says, saw that on the news last night. I bet you did.
I didn't. I just made a guess.
David's guess was so close, but he could not climax to the right answer.
And that's not true, actually.
David does not know. Tim,
No, David does not know.
Brindley, anybody have a guess? Oh, good guess out of Brindley, but incorrect. And Tim, if you have a guess, because nobody else is in for this 2-pointer, you can put it in the comments. What began April? And David's going to kick himself when he hears the answer.
I am?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brindley says, I had a totally awful guess. That was a good guess. Tim, you got anything? If not, we will let you know the answer of what began April 1st, 1972. I don't think Tim has an answer, so I will let you know. Tim says the seatbelt law. I like it. Good answer. Very creative.
I think that was a little earlier.
The answer is Major League Baseball strike.
Ah, wow.
1972. I like that question because it should have been up David's alley.
Well, I mean, I don't know that I didn't think baseball, and I don't know that I would have known the exact date either. But I should have probably gleaned it from anyway. Oh well, I'm not kicking myself.
It's all good. Here we go. We're going to do one final bonus question for 2 more points, just for the kick of it. I like this question. I got one bonus question left in the whole series, just for fun. The biggest grossing film of 1972 was The Godfather, obviously. What was number 2? What came in behind The Godfather, as if anybody could compete with The Godfather?
I'm not sure that this may not be the right year, but I'm going to try.
What came in number 2 in 1972? It's one of my favorite films, probably my top 10 or 15 of all time. Good guess, David, but not correct. If anybody else has a guess just for fun and pick up an extra 2
That
points.
one might have been 71.
What came in behind The Godfather? See if Brindley or Tim has a guess. Right behind The Godfather. Of course, The Godfather, one of the greatest films of all time.
I have to agree.
Who could compete with that?
It's a tough film to watch, of course.
Yes, it is.
But I know I love it, and I know a lot of Godfather trivia. Did you know that on the set of The Godfather, they had mob guys?
Yes. Yeah.
Because they want to make sure that they didn't say anything bad about the mob.
Right. Yeah.
And I think having those guys there was a great way to prevent it.
Brindley took a pass to Obscure. Of course, it's tough when you're a little young when you talk about movies.
Did you also know that Luca Brasi, the guy who played Luca Brasi, was a mob hitman?
Yes.
A former mob hitman?
Yeah, I do that. Yep.
They really wanted him, though, because he certainly looked the part.
Yep.
And he had a very hard time with his lines. In fact, when you see him in the movie, kind of before he goes in to see Corleone, and he's saying stuff to himself, he's actually rehearsing his line.
Yes.
Because he doesn't remember it.
Right. Tim came in with a final guess. Tim says, Poseidon Adventure, bad guess. But guess what, Tim? Poseidon Adventure was number 2.
That is a great guess.
Tim. There you go, buddy. See, you thought
later in the year.
All right, so here's the final total for the second ever Beat the Bash. Nobody has beaten the Bash. David comes in with a grand total of 23 points. Right behind him was his brother Joel at 14. Tim actually finished up with 13, right behind Joel. And Brindley with a very respectable 9 the first time for a 24-year-old trying to beat the Bash and all of David's experiences. Brindley did a great job. Thank you for playing. Tim, thank you, Brindley. Joel out there in Joel land, thank you for playing.
500553. Wow.
Great. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, we really a good time with that. But chart position 15 turned out to be pretty difficult.
Yeah, certainly more difficult for me than some of the other chart positions that were higher or lower, I guess.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'm being thrown off by having the clues shown.
Maybe it's not getting in your head to say because you're looking at it. Thanks,
I have
Brandon.
a feeling it may not be. You know what? Looking at it doesn't force me to concentrate as much.
Maybe
for some reason, I'm not allowing myself to concentrate the way I would if you just said it.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. Or it just could be coincidence.
We appreciate
Who said he enjoyed? Oh, Starman? Yeah.
Brindley said he really enjoyed it.
No, believe me, Brindley, at your age, even getting one of these right is amazing. And the fact that you got one from 1967 and you got it before I did. By the way, I'm 67 years old. Now, that doesn't make me old enough to remember 67 well. I was only 8 for most of that year, and I wasn't listening to Top 40 radio yet. And so yeah, everything. I didn't come back to Bobby V until later on. You know, when I was collecting records, and I discovered that song that way.
Yeah, and I'm only 42, so writing these clues is really tough.
You wish. No, it's true, and hopefully you'll continue to play.
Yeah, we'll do this again.
We'll do another one another time.
We're going to talk.
Mark, it takes a lot of. I should also credit Mark here. It takes a lot of work to put those clues together.
Oh yeah, it does, and I have to try to some. As you know, some tracks and some chart positions. There's very little information out there to even write clues about it. I've got to be very creative in the way I write things. So I don't want to give it away too easily in the 5-pointer, but you want to try to get something. And sometimes it's just really tough. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Hopefully you can.
Yeah. Great.
Well, hopefully you'll be back for the next one.
Brindley blows me out of the water when it comes to 6. He's amazing.
Hopefully you'll be back for the next few episodes anyway, because we've got some cool stuff coming up next Sunday, April 5th. What do we got, Mr. Hershberger?
Oh, April 5th. We've had one of these two on the show a number of years ago when we were talking about not only Blue Ash, but Steve Bader's and the Dead Boys years, and then, of course, the Deadbeat Poets on Pop Detective. But right now, it's going to be the combination of Frank Sesich and Jim Kenzer of Blue Ash. Blue Ash, 2 major label releases in the 70s. Very prolific at Peppermint Studios in Ohio. They recorded probably somewhere near 500 tracks that were all unreleased, but they've got a brand new album out.
I should have brought it in. Do you have your copy?
I don't have it in front of me. I didn't think about
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Darn.
but
Well, we'll
brand
be showing it next week.
He'll be out soon. But yeah, Frank Susich and Jim Kenzer.
Actually, you know what? Let me go get it. Let's
Yeah,
do
go get
this for our buddies here. It won't take me that
The
long.
new album is called Dinner at Mr. Billy's. And these are tracks that, do I have this right here? Yeah. I'll show this too when David comes back. These are part of a ton of unreleased tracks that they recorded at Peppermint Studios. And when I say unreleased tracks and demos, many of their demos sound like
They
fully
do. Here we go. Here
versions.
is the album. Dinner at the Billy's. Oh, at Mr. Billy's. Where is Mr. Billy's? Do we know?
Mr. Billy's. It's I don't know whether it's in Ohio. I don't know whether it's in Cleveland or down near
Is it Youngstown, their hometown?
Probably Youngstown.
Nice photos of the band on the back.
Now, if you look at David, track number 1. What's that track?
Well, looks like there's a bit of a We'll Live Tomorrow. Yeah.
Yes, that's track number 1. Everything that's on there came from tapes from Peppermint Studios, except for track number 1. That came from this test pressing right here.
Oh, wow.
That I have, and Frank knew I had it, and he asked if I could send it to him when they were putting that thing together many months ago, and I sent that to him. They took it, realized it for track number 1 on the album, and then he sent it back to me. So I've got the one original finished demo, so to speak, of that track. So it's kind of cool to hear that. But Dinner at Mr. Billy's, unreleased stuff from Blue Ash. I mean, there's a demo version of Jazel Jane on there, which ended up in their first album.
Yeah.
It sounds like a completely realized.
We'll definitely play some tracks from this album, and we'll tell you where to get it. There will not be a CD, I take it.
No, there's going to be a CD. It just
I
has.
will. Oh.
Yeah, I think he's getting it any moment now.
Oh, wow. Okay, great.
CDs too, but vinyl came out first.
So we'll look forward to having Frank and Jim on next week.
Yep, and then after that, we've got something a little bit different.
Well, you mentioned what began on April 1st, 1972. Not this young lady's career, but given how busy she was as a child actress, she very well might have been on TV on something on April 1st, 1972.
Most likely.
Many of us first got to know her as one of the kids on the Star Trek episode, And the Children Shall Lead. Then maybe our next encounter with her was on the Brady Bunch when she played Lucy Winter, Jan's friend, on the iconic episode where Jan came to her Lucy's party wearing the black wig. And you also might know her from, she was a regular on the Paul Lynde Show, which I think started later in 1972. I think it was part of that new schedule. And I don't remember if it lasted 2 seasons or just 1. But she played one of Paul Lynde's daughters. And I think people know her the most for being the voice of yet another Lucy, Lucy Van Pelt, on the Charlie Brown animated episodes on TV.
Yeah, and the feature length, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, and yeah.
Oh yeah, all that stuff. After she retired from acting, she became an animal activist, and that's really what she's been doing a lot of now.
Yeah,
she's very passionate about the way animals have been mistreated over the years. She's protested quite a bit. She may have actually been arrested a couple of times for protest.
I think she has, yeah.
But that's what happens. That going in, that things can get a little bit unruly, but that's how passionate she is. And we're going to talk about her career as an actress and also as an animal activist. And I don't mind saying she was definitely one of my crushes when I was a kid. I think she's a few months younger than me. Yes, we're talking about Pamela Ferdin. And I am thrilled as punch, or for a mix, to coin a mixed metaphor. I really am to have her on Material Issues. So
Wow.
that'll be on April 12th. We're really looking forward to that.
Yes, indeed.
And then the following week, this is someone who we really should have had on a long time ago, because in the annals of pop music in the last 30 years, he's very, very well thought of. Is he power pop or is he not? That is always a question. So certainly, he qualifies by the definition that you are power pop if power pop fans love you, and they do, no doubt about it. I mean, his sound is a little bit more like Emmett Rhodes. I think he's sort of in that vein. He's put out many albums over the years. One of my all-time favorite albums is his first, Sight and Sound. It's in my top 60. And he's played IPO many times, and he's also a very funny guy. You wouldn't necessarily know it from hearing his songs, but you just listen to him talk sometimes, and he's hilarious. Good friend. Very glad he's going to be on. Mr. Chris von Snydern will be on Material Issues. Finally, will be on April 19th. Note, I'll be in Chicago doing IPO, and our show is going to end a little bit late to have Material Issues on for our normal time. So we're going to be a couple of hours later. It'll be 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern. Sorry to keep Mark awake a little longer, but like I said to him when he complained, and I'll put that in quotes, I've done a few from Europe when I've been on at 1 or 2 a.m. So take one for the team, sir.
Yeah, it's no big deal. I wasn't complaining. I was just saying,
yeah,
it's all good.
I think you'll be okay.
We'll be fine. If it was anybody less than stature than CVS, I probably would have been what? But no.
Well, I wasn't going to do that. If we were going to move it 2 hours later.
CVS,
yeah, no, CVS. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't had anything released for a while. I hope he's going to go back to working on stuff, because
he's been doing a lot of those live, what is it, TikTok or YouTube?
He has
or
been doing those, yes.
Yeah.
So he's been playing, even if it's not in a venue.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well, hopefully you can. It's up to you, sir.
Yeah, great. So yeah, we got the next 3 weeks book saw with some cool stuff, and again, we got a lot of irons in the fire as always. I got a couple that just
I hope the one that you have for early May comes to fruition.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Thank you, Tim. You too.
Thanks, Tim. Yeah, so if we can nail that down. But sometimes it's just tough because some of these artists are very busy, especially when they got new releases coming out like this one in May, and trying to coordinate with all the different.
Yeah, what a huge surprise that after many years he's got this album coming out.
Yeah, and it sounds I can't really talk, but it sounds incredible. We'll talk about it at some point in time, but it's good. So we'll see. So stay tuned. Materialissues.com. That's the YouTube channel. Go over there and subscribe there if you haven't. And if you're part of the Facebook group, that's where David will send out a notification on Fridays about what's coming up on Sunday. That's all we do. And we don't spam you. And tell all your friends. And
maybe we should. Our numbers would probably go up.
Let them know about Beat the Bash and Stump the Bash and all the guests, and materialissues.com. 249 episodes archived there. So if you've missed any of these great interviews we've done over the last 5 years, 249 of these shows, check it out there in the archives.
Absolutely.
249. A lot of great television series did not do 249 episodes.
No, they sure didn't. Thankfully, we don't have to depend on ratings. We've got the internet where we want it. But we still want more people watching. I'm sure that, but as you mentioned, what we have right now would go if it went into a time capsule and somebody opened it.
Yes.
And I don't know what devices they'll have. They might not be able to. They might not be able to play it on whatever the hell they're going to have in 50 years. But like that. I'll tell you, it's going to be very educational for people because we've had a great cross section of mostly musicians but some entertainers in other fields as well, and episode 95.
And
So,
episode 95. Yeah, I'm gonna get a new tattoo on my arm. It says
that episode 95 will certainly, that'll enlighten a bunch of people 50 years from now.
See, and if you don't know what episode 95 is, you got to go to materialissues.com and
Yeah, you'll be surprised, pleasantly or otherwise. We don't know, depending on your moral bent, shall we say? And certainly, a lot of things were bent by our guest on episode 95, but we won't talk about that.
Thank you, Bolt Upright. You too. You have a great week.
Yeah, I don't know who Bolt. Oh, Tim watched it. Great.
Yeah, it did.
Wasn't it?
It was educational.
Wasn't it educational? Yeah. No, I mean, in all seriousness, it was.
Yeah. Now, everybody, we thank you for hanging out tonight.
And guess how long this episode is? 249, number 249.
Yeah, we're going to
249. Wow.
This right now at 249 for episode number 249.
So we better get off the air before it gets to 250.
Here we go. Cheers, everybody. Good night, David.
Cheers, have a great week, and thank you so much for watching.
Loved Arena.
Love to Cesanati.
Oh, that's my YouTube. I'm also Biff Steele and Greg Hickle.
Oh,
hey,
Greg. Okay, great.
Good to see you.
All right, everyone. Have a great one.
Good night, all.
Good night.